50th anniversary of the Rocky Horror Picture Show.
Then we'll have a look at some of our interviews at Fantastic Fest, namely Shelby Oaks and Vicious.
And finally, some of our members will get together and discuss their thoughts on the finale of The Summer I Turned Pretty.
You don't want to miss it.
Well, due to recent events, I see there's a vacant slot on Tuesday nights at ABC. Just wanted to put some feelers out there for any executives tuning in. We are in the studio at that time and could easily take the reins from late night veteran Jimmy Kimmel.
That's not right. They did suspend Kimmel for his comments on President Trump's reaction to the murder of Charlie Kirk, but they reached the agreement just last night to get him back on air.
They did, in fact, do that, but both Nexstar and Sinclair have preempted the show ahead of time, meaning that it won't be broadcasted to a large part of the U.S.
Interesting. So he's receiving a direct streaming treatment.
In large part, yes. The show will still be available nationwide on Disney-owned streaming products.
Even still, this could be a huge blow for Kimmel. Nexstar and Sinclair cover nearly 25% of the U.S., and I can't imagine what that would do to the ratings, not to mention advertising reach.
Well, there should at least be some optimism in Disney and ABC's overall reversal of the suspension. While we're on the topic of returning shows, I did want to point out one that has been on a hiatus for over 40 years. You know them, and God so help me, you better love them. It's The Muppets.
Disney Plus has ordered a reboot of The Muppets that is aired in 2026, just in time for the 50th anniversary of the well-loved classic. And hey, look, Sabrina Carpenter is a guest star. Hopefully the show isn't short and sweet.
More like that's that green espresso, like Kermit. Hey!
Okay, in other news, directing giant Christopher Nolan has just been elected as president of Directors Guild of America. The DGA is the largest union to represent directors, assistant directors, unit production managers, and stage managers, comprising over 19,000 members.
Nolan's predecessor, Leslie Linka Glatter, served in the position for exactly 4 years and is credited with leading the union through the 2023 actors and writers strikes. This election comes right in time for the union's negotiations on basic agreements for the upcoming year.
But let's not hope he doesn't blow it, lest he have I am become the fallen president of the DGA moment.
And lastly, we would like to take this time to honor Robert Redford, who passed away last week. As the co-founder of the Sundance Institute, he dedicated much of his life to uplifting many aspiring filmmakers.
Outside of Sundance, he is revered as one of the Hollywood's best leading men. His career spanned over 6 decades, and he has received 11 Academy Awards across acting and directing. He is survived by his wife and 2 daughters.
With that, we have a great program ahead of us. Let us first welcome fellow sneak peeker Gabby to share some thoughts about him.
About me?
No, sorry. Justin Tipping's new sports horror film titled Him.
Are you saying I'm not him?
Let's take it away before his head gets too big.
Way to keep it on topic.
Hey sneak peekers, my name is Gabby. Riding off of Texas's horrific football performances recently, I'm diving into the new horror surface movie Him. On the surface, it's your typical psychological horror about self-obsession and isolation. But underneath lies a story about the desperate need to be seen and finding identity through performance. Him easily defies one category, instead combining elements of humor with disturbing imagery and haunting themes to make the familiar game of football feel uncanny. The movie follows Cameron Cade, a rising college quarterback who grew up in a household where football was practically a religion. And Isaiah White was its savior. White, the star player of the San Antonio Saviors, is seen as the GOAT and carries his team to victory for over a decade. Inspired by White's performances and his father's expectations, Cade is on the cusp of his own professional career until he's attacked one night after practice. Despite his doctors and family pushing him to rest, Cade accepts an invitation to train at Isaiah White's private compound for a chance at a spot in the draft. Cameron quickly unravels, experiencing violent hallucinations as drills turn into rituals and scrimmages become trials. Let me be clear, Him is not a football movie, but a movie about football. Produced by Jordan Peele's Monkey Paw Productions, it leans heavily into the social thriller genre, using psychological unease to explore larger themes rather than relying only on gore and jump scares. Cameron's growing obsession with the game and his worship of Isaiah leaves viewers more unsettled than physical violence ever could. Director Justin Tipping and cinematographer Kira Kelly's beautiful use of production design takes this even further, transforming White's desert compound into one of luxury and dread. The sets are stunning, including an in-house field, spa, and trophy rooms are both sinister and isolating. Through quick cuts and overlapping frames, viewers spiral alongside Cade, as sequences are filmed like dreamscapes that remind us football is more than just a game in their eyes. What ties the film together are the strong performances, which elevates this unique material. For those who've seen White Chicks, yes, that's Marlon Wayans, otherwise known as Tiffany Wilson, although here he is almost unrecognizable. As Isaiah White, he shifts between a relatable coach to a sadistic tormentor through his brutal methods and commands, showcasing the contrasting sides of being worshipped as a living legend. Opposite him is Tyreek Withers, who captures the authenticity of a college athlete torn between pleasing his family and his idol. Slowly cracking under pressure, he ultimately forges a path based on his own values, proving he's grown beyond his innocence while staying true to himself, refusing to follow Isaiah's legacy or his father's expectations. Finally, Julia Fox takes on an eccentric role as White's wife, balancing the leads with humor and seduction. If you're into sports drama, horror, or psychological fever dreams, then Him is for you. It's stylish, strange, and unlike anything we've ever seen in a while. No knowledge of football? No problem. While it uses the familiar language of the sport, the film tackles themes of identity and exploitation, using tension to keep viewers fighting between laughter and unease. What impressed me most was Tipping's ability to maintain a clear, consistent storyline, despite jumping into supernatural visions experienced by Cameron. The result is a film that's as unnerving as it is entertaining, leaving you to wonder, could you survive Isaiah White's training camp? But my opinion might be different from yours. If you agree or have a different take, tag us at Sneak Peek on Instagram and let us know what you think. That's it for me now. To throw to commercial. Stay tuned for more.
Have you ever experienced a time warp?
Isn't it the power of time travel?
No, time warp. Today, our panel with Austin Underground will be discussing the 50th anniversary of Rocky Horror Picture Show and where we think the cult classic will move forward.
Take it away, y'all.
Happy birthday, Rocky!
Rocky!
It's the big 50 for Rocky Horror Picture Show, and since we can't really celebrate that here at UT, we brought the fun from the theater over to the studio today to celebrate the big 50 for Rocky Horror.
With AU.
Yeah.
With AU.
With AU. Oh right, yeah. So
Best collab ever.
let's go down from this way and introduce ourselves.
Hi, my name is Bridget. I'm from Sneak Peek.
I'm Harper. I'm from AU.
I'm Ray. I'm from AU.
I'm Dan. I'm from Sneak Peek.
I'm Christian. I'm from AU.
I'm Caroline. I'm from Sneak Peek.
Yay.
AU is Austin Underground. We didn't say
Oh yeah.
that.
Government name.
We're on
Austin
right
Underground.
after this.
So
But-
keep watching.
Stay tuned.
It was hard to hear that Rocky Horror would not be screening on the UT campus this year, but there's still other outlets going about trying to figure out how to do that screening. Are any of you guys attending?
I definitely will be, because UT Rocky has been, like, a little censored for a while. Like, especially last year, they had, I think 2 years ago, actually, they had to, like, completely redo things and, like, take stuff out of the show that they had been working on, like, a couple nights before. So it's already been kind of like, we don't know about Rocky. And then last year, it was, like, done by completely different people than had done it before, and nobody who had been in Rocky before got cast in Rocky. So she's already been up in the air.
Yeah.
But are any of you guys keeping up with? I think Broccoli Company's
Oh,
doing
Broccoli Project.
Broccoli Project, yes.
I definitely like wherever they do it in the community, like trust I will be there.
Gotcha.
I feel like the UT production introduced so many people to Rocky Horror that like hadn't seen it before, and then just like the thrill of the shadow cast just makes it so fun, and like it's just a good time for everyone involved. So I hope that people still like show up to the community to go watch it, because like it's fun.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I think just because it's not being showed at UT doesn't mean it can't be advertised at UT.
Right.
So I mean, like, I will definitely talk about it on AU and talk about places where we can go see it, because I think that's really important for the community. As you know, if we can't show it at AU, or at I'm sorry, UT. Yeah.
But let's
My
be
acronym.
real, like DIY Rocky is the best Rocky.
Amen.
You know what I mean? You don't want like sanitized like in like Zack Theater Rocky. Even though those are like good, those are good. But it's like when it's like freak and like weird and like it's somebody's like vision, that's when that kind of stuff is the best.
I would rather like an independent group just do
Exactly.
it, like not censor it and do whatever they want.
Exactly.
Than have UT being like, actually, I know the show's supposed to be edgy,
But like you have to have shirts on.
yeah, the whole point.
Exactly, yeah. I think it might be a little bit better for it to be off UT if UT's just going to censor it.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
And we will still show up, trust.
Exactly.
Trust.
Yeah, I
Rocky
showed
will
up.
never die.
I showed up to the Paramount Theater because they screened it.
Oh
recently.
yes.
Yeah.
I was there night and day compared to
Really?
Yeah.
compared to this washed down UT experience of the past that I've been through. But yeah, it's still like I need to go to a more independent production. I think But any favorite scenes from the movie, just in general? Favorite Rocky?
I have to go with Sweet Transvestite. It's just
It's too good.
iconic.
I mean, it's just like
the outfit, the song.
it's like the
everything.
first time in the movie where you're like, oh wow, this is what the movie is.
Yes.
You're like, whoa.
And that entrance, like,
Oh, the
it's
elevator,
everything.
I personally like the Zen room. Just the cutaway to,
Well,
to the doctor
yes.
in the Zen room, just and then bleeding. Yeah.
I mean, the end is so like weird and freak, and it's like so unlike the rest of the movie, and it's so long, but it's so good.
But I can't like imagine another ending for it. Like I feel like that's perfect with how like weird and freaky it is. Like it checks out, you know.
Absolutely.
50 years and it's still going.
Yeah.
Hey, wherever you can, whenever you can, go watch Rocky Horror. Go to a live screening, watch it by yourself. Do whatever you need to do, but get Rocky in your life.
Yes.
It's been a pleasure talking about it today.
Thank you.
Bye.
To build upon the fall mood, we had the lovely opportunity to be on the red carpet of Fantastic Fest for Shelby Oaks. A woman's desperate search for her long-lost sister falls into a session upon realizing the imaginary demon from her childhood may have been real.
And Vicious, a young woman played by Dakota Fanning, receives a mysterious gift from a late-night visitor, a strange box with an hourglass, accompanied by an ultimatum.
But that's enough from us. Let's hear from these projects straight from the horse's mouth.
That's not a nice way to refer to Dakota Fanning.
No, I was mostly referring to Chris Stuckman.
Still not nice, but we have a show to do. Take it away, guys.
Hey, Sneak Peekers. My name is Gavin Klingham, and we are at Fantastic Fest to interview the cast and crew of Shelby Oaks. Check it out. What were your biggest inspirations for Shelby Oaks, whether it was films or just things in your journey that inspired you for this film?
Out of the films, for sure, it's Lake Mungo and Noroi. These are two mock docs, two mockumentaries that are, one's from Australia, one's from Japan. They scared the crap out of me. I've watched them many times. I remember with Lake Mungo, it was one of the very first times that I ever actually like went around the house and turned the lights on afterwards. Like it really just got under my skin that much, and that doesn't happen. And then in my personal life, I think there's a search for a sister in this movie. Our lead character is looking for her sister and is positive that she's not dead, and she's been missing for many years. And as a child, I also was estranged from my sister for about 15 years because of the religion that I was raised in.
My character Mia can't move on from trauma, and I think that's so common. Something has happened in the past, and in this case, it may still be going on, we don't know, but everyone around her thinks she's crazy and should move forward, and she's the only one who's like, no, I can't. And I think that's a really interesting struggle to start from.
Yeah, and I think for me, I just related a lot to Riley. I love how she's like a really like hopeful person, but she obviously deals with a lot of darkness, and she embodies that tension between like having hope and then like knowing the darkness is there and is, in her case, kind of coming for her.
I don't really change my approach that much, to be honest. I just try to accept the circumstances as they are, and then that leads to horror, because life is horrifying sometimes.
Yeah. Yeah, especially when you throw a demon in there or something. It helps.
I'm so scared. I mean, this is where it came to life, right here at this festival, and it's just an incredible fest. The fans here are so welcoming, and everyone's so excited about genre. The horror community is the best community. It's like the safest, best fandom,
Hey Sneak Peekers, it's Mary, and we're here at Fantastic Fest for the world premiere of Brian Bernito's new movie, Vicious.
Hi, my name is Mary, and we are students from the University of Texas at Austin. Yes, and then, yes, welcome. And then I would just start off with, in this film, Polly must play something she needs, she loves, and she hates. What kind of inspired like that decision for those specific items?
I think I wanted to look at a character and start to break her down. I wanted the box. I wanted this evil presence to want to attack her, whether that's physically, emotionally, psychologically, spiritually, and so starting with those base level questions kind of felt to me like a great jumping off point. And each one of those questions you could answer in a lot of different ways, and I think part of this story is about like finding the truth within your answers. And so yeah, I mean, I think I wanted something simple. I wanted it to be understood, but then also have a room to expand.
Yeah, and then since you do write and direct, and you directed and wrote this film, how is like the process of writing different, knowing you will be directing?
I mean, sometimes I write scripts and I choose not to think I'm going to direct them, and because I as a writer, sometimes I just want to go wherever I want to go, and the director in me doesn't always want to direct the things that I do as a writer. But I think, you know, with something like this, I knew within days that this was something that I really wanted to do and wanted to create. And I knew that it was a story that I saw all the way, you know, from literally the first day I started typing. And so, you know, it was a long process to get to make it, but, you know, it really was, it was a labor of love in that way.
And then as a UT alum yourself, what advice would you give to like aspiring filmmakers who want to get to the place that you are?
I mean, the number one thing is make things and write things and create. I mean, over the course of my life, I've run into so many people that say they want to be writers, and then you ask, like, do you write? And they how many scripts have you written? And then the answer is, oh, one. Or it's like, right. Like, you know, I mean, writing is what changed my life. Like, it opened the doors for me in a way that nothing else could have. So, I mean, that's always my biggest advice is, like, create, you know, as much as you can.
You know what they say, you are what you eat. What are you, Evan?
I would be a chicken. What about you?
I would be Belly.
Belly?
Yeah, Belly. From The Summer I Turned Pretty, which completed its series finale last Wednesday.
But this won't be the last time we see Belly and the Salvador brothers. The Conklin brothers. Book author Jenny Han has announced the movie to wrap up the show. Today, we have gathered a panel to discuss the finale and what the story is in the upcoming movie.
Take it away.
Okay, so all of us are currently at Cousins Beach giving you the live report of the hit show, The Summer I Turned Pretty. So first, let's go. I'm Risha, by the way.
I'm Abby.
I'm Adrita.
I'm Caitlin.
And I'm Evan.
Okay, first of all, let's start off. Let's hit the big question. What are y'all opinions about the finale? Just going straight at it.
Stomach did her big one, guys. Stomach did her big one.
She did.
Can we talk about the last 20 minutes? Because that was literally like a roller coaster of emotions. I'm unemployed, waking up at 2 a.m. to watch the video, and I was like reacting to air. Like, what is going on?
No, I did the same thing. I was alone in my apartment, and I was pacing around my apartment, actually making videos of myself because I didn't have anyone to talk to. But I felt it was a little rushed.
Yes.
Does anyone agree?
I agree. I agree. I thought they were gonna pull a kissing booth where she has like some crazy bob and they like make eye
She
contact.
did get the bob. She
And,
did
you
get the
know,
bob.
It kind of fades to black.
We have one more person joining us, also Tanvi.
Hi.
We're on the finale, just straight up.
I'm a little out of breath, but I agree with the Bob thing. When I saw that scene in the ending of the show, like the previous episode, I was so scared. I was scared for my life. I was so very out of breath. But I'm glad she didn't do it. But I actually think the Bob, like, the length that she got is very pretty.
I agree.
You know who else was out of breath? Belly after running after Conrad.
That was such a... And the parallels between the scene of her running away from Jeremiah and her running towards Conrad. The edits are amazing.
I've seen that.
The edits are so good.
But who's excited for the movie that's coming out?
Me.
Did not know they were making a movie.
Big day.
Exciting.
Big day.
Oh yeah.
I don't know.
I want to know
If they sh-
how.
They should have added just 30 more minutes and like wrapped up the
That also
story
could've
because like
been,
what's
yeah.
the point of the new movie?
I agree. I feel like, it's good. Like, what else is there to add? Is she gonna go back to Jeremiah or like find another set of brothers?
So,
Like,
since I don't do anything other than look at edits and like theories on this stuff, I kind of like right after finishing the episode, I felt like it was kind of incomplete because they both were in Paris and the rest of the family had this whole like Dom Toretto Fast and Furious family thing going on at the dining table, and it felt wrong that they both weren't there to celebrate. And unless like they came back like when they did show that last scene of them going to this beach house, if the family was there, I feel like it would be more closure. But them not showing the wedding, them reacting with the family, I feel like the movie could have some more content.
I saw a comment by Jenny Han that said, or like a report or whatever, that said that she felt that there is still one more big milestone that Belly still has to reach, and that's what she hopes the movie shows. So I think it's definitely going to be her wedding. But I don't know what little conflict element is going to be there.
Well, she did say that she didn't come back that summer, so instead of picking between the Fisher boys, she's probably going to pick between staying in Paris or going back.
Kind of like where she wants to live her future out. That makes sense.
Yeah.
True.
I also think like in terms of like expecting the wedding to be the main premise of the movie wouldn't make sense just because the entire season 3 is the wedding but Jeremiah's perspective. So I saw a lot of fan theories that the wedding would probably just be like either like an opening scene or like a moment. And it also makes sense because we saw the characters run through that entire process. And it's also funny to think like all these guests like getting an invitation and like, wait, didn't we just do this? But yeah, again.
Adam's going to bring back the wine, the champagne.
The champagne.
No. How many like Taylor Swift songs are going to be in the movie?
At least 5.
Oh, the whole album.
New album.
No, yeah, I was gonna say perfect timing for that.
Yeah, the whole album's coming out.
She's actually advertising it through the Summer I Turned Pretty.
Oh yeah.
Pretty much. Also have weak knees, but no, I think it works. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what? And I'm excited. I'm excited for the movie. Trust I will be sad. I hope it comes out sooner rather than later.
Apparently they didn't start filming and
okay, so it's
aren't going to
be,
film
like,
until
later.
next year.
I think that's a lie.
You think that's a lie?
I think because like they played the Christmas song, they did the whole montage with like the Christmas album. It's gonna come out sooner than we think because like hype dies down so fast with like movies and shows nowadays. I think it'll be more satisfying to get it sooner because like by that point like.
I agree with that too because I feel like all the fans have reached like this point of closure, like acceptance that the series is over. So like the hype has already started to like.
That's fair.
Like loose ends are being tied, and I feel like I've reached like my. I've been content with it. Like, is it finale rush? Yes, but like, is it over? And am I content with that? Yes. So if they do it
to
sooner,
play devil's advocate, I agree in the sense that I feel like the hype has died down, but for a show like this that's been releasing every summer consistently, unlike shows like Stranger Things, like they have that expectation that once summer comes again, I feel like you're going to see edits of being like, oh, I'm so nostalgic for summer of 23, 24, and 25. And I think that hype kind of is cyclical. I don't know how to say it. But so in that sense, like if they're worried that the hype is going to die eventually, I don't think they have to be worried because nostalgia is such a big factor. But I agree that people will lose interest quick because of attention span. But yeah.
Who are y'all's favorite characters this season?
Junior Mint.
I would say Taylor.
Taylor, I love her.
I think Taylor was more real this season than last season.
Belly was like low-key such a bad friend to Taylor.
Oh, yeah, she's been a bad friend.
Okay.
I love Taylor.
Yes.
That's fair.
She kept things real.
Stomach was giving Taylor a stomach ache.
Yeah, me and my roommates call Belly Tummy at home, and it's great. We love Tummy. It depends on the season, but I feel like the hate that goes on, I'm gonna say Belly, not Tummy, to some extent is unwarranted just because at the end of the day, she's still at this point in her life where she's figuring things out. And I'm like not to be preachy girl or anything, I just sometimes go like, maybe like you don't understand, because it's all internal, at least for like a lot of episodes, because we do see Conrad's POV, and when she does actions, it's like, why are you doing that? But this is all stuff you guys probably already discussed, so. I'm gonna take a quick exit. Love the show though.
Well, no, we're all super excited for, well, whatever's to come next. And once the movie comes out, all of us will be back here talking about it. But honestly, my favorite, I have to agree, Taylor. I feel like there's a lot of character development there. I like her this season. First season, maybe not as much. But Junior is always afraid.
Oh, yes.
Definitely want to see more of Taylor. She definitely grew on me. I was kind of getting Disney vibe, but she really pulled through, and I feel like really embodied it.
Well, I think that's all of the time we have, sadly. But we hope to come back to Cousin's Speech very soon. And that's it for us. Bye, guys.
Thanks.
Bye.